Hi, my name is Daniel Sanchez, and if you clicked on this video, it's probably because you want to know more about my critical thinking and where I have applied it, either giving you work experience or school experience. But the most recent experience I have for you guys today is my school experience. I took a class in my junior year of university called Intro to Marketing Using Practical Application, which this whole class encompassed around a whole project called the Target Marketing Project. Now, what this project was about, or what I had to do, basically was choose an industry and study that industry, gather websites and articles about the industry, complete professional interviews, employees, customer interviews, and hopefully see some dilemmas or some problems that not all bowling alleys are attending to be able to create a third business that could satisfy a specific niche or a target market that bowling alleys are failing to, you know, serve or meet with. My research gathered up to be 20 customer interviews. I conducted over 10 professional interviews with employees and gathered over 30 websites and articles to be able to write my project. My project surrounded two basic competitors, Back Alley Bowling and Lucky Strike. Now, Back Alley Bowling was located in the Northridge North Hills neighborhood. It's next to a liquor. There's a Chevron in front of it and a 7-Eleven across from the street. So it's basically for those people that have been going there, let's say maybe like 50, 60 years. And I got that a lot in my customer interviews. And on the other hand, Lucky Strike is intended more for those people that visit malls when they have, a little bit more money, which explains their high prices. They're able to tend to the Beverly Hills, Los Angeles community a little bit more than how Back Alley is. Um, Gathering my websites and my articles, I was able to make up an infographic. And what shocked me, definitely shocked me, was that there are over 3,795 bowling centers across the whole US. This means that this industry is very, very competitive to begin with. So my third business cannot be like Lucky Strike and cannot be like Back Alley Bowling. Why? Because there's a bunch of other those. No one's gonna want to go to a new business that is just like Lucky Strike or Back Alley Bowling when they already know Back Alley Bowling is good, or when they already know Lucky Strike is great. Why are they gonna go to my bowling alley? No, they won't. So I was supposed to come up with a specific business that makes me distinct and different from other people, and that was very that was very nerve wracking and very scary for me because I had no idea where I was going with this project until I started conducting customer interviews, and I was asking them basic questions. How was the food? How was the service? How's this? And there's everything's cool. I come here because it's great, and I'm like, damn, I'm not getting anywhere. So coming up with new customer interview questions was also very hard for me to do, and I was able to come up with complex questions like, if this was your bowling alley, what would you do differently about it? What makes you come here other than other bowling alleys? Or why do you choose to drive those extra 6, 7 miles just to come here? Why do you choose to spend your money here and have a birthday party other than Lucky Strike? Don't they have way better food and way better atmosphere? And people were telling me, Lucky Strike is a good place and all, but very, very expensive for me to book my little kid's birthday party. And I love Back Alley Bowling because it's just a perfect place. It's quiet, it's nice. They sometimes have lanes available. I can reserve them. It's not that expensive, and it's okay for what it is. Pro bowlers would say it's very quiet compared to Lucky Strike or compared to other big bowling centers. These bowling alleys, the small bowling alleys like Back Alley Bowling, they hold the leagues. They have the friends over. They create their second family. These pro bowlers have their own community, have their own second family with the employees, and then they just love that, and they wouldn't trade anything in the world for that. So this is why they love those bowling alleys. So I was like, this is very interesting. I was able to come up with three options for creating my third business. Number one was Cosmic Lanes. which is intended for kids and kids' birthday parties. So parents can book their kids' birthday parties at it's an affordable price and basically customize everything the way they want it. The music they want to play, that's up to them. The TV shows they want to play on the TVs, that's up to them. If they want to have cosmic bowling or the lasers on, that's up to them. Everything is up to them at an affordable price. The second option was classic lanes, I think is what it's called. Yes. No, classic bowl. I'm so sorry. Classic bowl is intended for seniors to have a luxurious, moment where they can still feel like I guess like a millionaire, if you will. It's basically a fancy lounge that happens to have a bowling alley. It's not technically a bowling alley, because many seniors would like to relax. They would like to actually spend time. I mean, they're cranky. They don't like teenagers. They don't like the noise. This place just have fancy jazz piano, soft. Just have the most expensive wines if they want, and just a moment to have their moment, a moment to breathe and be able to be the seniors that they want to be, the retirement that they deserve. The last option, which I was really proud of coming up with, is called Pro Lanes. Now, this bowling alley is intended only for pro bowlers and people who participate in leagues, because this place is a quiet place. There's no TV, there's no music, there's nothing. It's just them and the ball, and they get to focus and they get to practice however they want, how long they want. Also, that's also many dilemmas. And as you can see, all these three options solve dilemmas that I got from my customer interviews, and you could see more of that in my TMP. But for the sake of time, I'm gonna talk about Pro Lanes. This is the third business I ultimately went with going. Number one, because I found out that many pro bowlers would really appreciate this. I would interview them, and they would say, I would truly appreciate a quiet place like this. With an amenity of having a juice bar, an amenity of making them feel, worthy of having their own place. And instead of, going to bowling alleys and sometimes having to wait for lanes, sometimes, having to be able to work around their schedule. No, in this place, we work around their schedule. They can come in whenever they want, and that will always have lanes available, because this place is basically a two-story duplex and able to serve every pro bowler that wants to come in. I mean, not all 60 lanes are going to be used at the same time. I mean, hopefully, but I wouldn't think so. So thank you for watching this video. Sorry it's a little long, but I appreciate you guys, and I hope that this would intrigue your curiosity to hopefully give me a chance to be able to take on maybe any new experiences that you guys are willing to give me. To all my employers, to all my mentors out there, thank you very much. And I really enjoyed this course. I want to give a shout out to Les Harmon for pushing me as hard as I could, and working hard to be able to get this project done. It was really fun. I had a fun experience. Thank you. Bye.